Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania is the newest film from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, directed by Peyton Reed, starring Paul Rudd, Evangeline, Lilly, all the people, Jonathan Majors. And this is my review, guys. We are here. I got the Marvel hoodie out. We are back. Another Marvel entry. Sorry, it's late. I'm flustering my words. Another entry in the Marvel Cinematic Universe is here with Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. The start of Phase 5. Phase 5 begins. I was looking forward to it. Trailers were good. Didn't have any problem with them. The ramifications were allegedly supposed to be huge, and we were being introduced officially. We were in Loki Season 1, but officially to Kang and Jonathan Majors as Kang. So my excitement was at an all-time high. I love Jonathan Majors. I love everything he's been in. I saw him at Sundance in a film called Magazine Dreams, which just got picked up by Searchlight, I believe. Searchlight or Focus Features, one or the other. And he was fantastic in that. I was so excited to check this film out because let's call it like it is. Marvel Phase 4 was tricky, and I did a video essay on it, and now, hopefully, we are getting back on track. And I'm not going to get into spoilers. I'll leave that for my video essay, which is going to come out in the next week or so. But I'll just get into my spoiler-free thoughts. In general, I enjoyed it. I would not say it's top-tier MCU. I would not say it's bottom-tier MCU. I would say it falls in that middle tier, kind of like the other two Ant-Man movies. But that's not a bad thing, because I do think that this is the best of the three. I think it's got better heart, better character, and better story overall. We'll start with the performances. I think they're all fantastic across the board. No notes, no problems at all. Paul Rudd, of course, is fantastic. He's just a treasure to America. I think he's phenomenal. Evangeline Lilly's good as well. Michael Douglas, great as well. I think Kathryn Newton is a very nice addition to the MCU. I think she was fantastic as Cassie. I fully believed it. I fully bought into it. She was great. But the two main MVPs, we'll start with Michelle Pfeiffer because she deserves her credit here. She is fantastic in this movie. She has a sense of dread, but also nervous anxiety that is just fantastic from the second they go down into the quantum realm. You can tell that she is off and that she is nervous and that she is scared, and she was phenomenal in her role in this movie. We didn't really get to see her in Ant-Man and the Wasp. She wasn't in Ant-Man. We didn't get to see her in Ant-Man and the Wasp all of 5 minutes. She shined here. She was great. I thought props to her because she carried this film for really hard. But my God, Jonathan Majors. He is incredible as Kang. Incredible. He commands the screen. When he talks, you listen. He is incredible. And he has a way about him where, and I was talking to my mom about this, and she brought this up first because she actually got to see it before me. He's got a way of holding back emotion just enough to where you can feel him boiling over, but he holds back. And his mannerisms and the way he acts are just so fiendish and evil at times, but great. I'm not going to get into his motivations. That's literally what my video essay is going to be about in the next few days, is why I believe Kang is such a compelling villain. But I think he was written phenomenally. And I think the writing in general is solid. I've seen a lot of complaints and a lot of just criticism, not really complaints, but criticisms about the writing, exposition heavy, not a lot of solid bones to it. I can understand that to a point, but also I don't really think there was a lot of exposition. There is to set the stage, but it is still a contained story. It is a story of a family trying to get out of this place, but it is also a father-daughter story of Cassie and Scott trying to just rekindle this relationship that they had lost so much time. They're trying to get this relationship back. And it's also the story of Janet Van Dyne returning to a place where she was for so long, confronting things that she did not fully confront while she was down the quantum realm the first time. There's a lot of very nuanced and layered writing here that I really enjoyed. Did they all get their time to shine? Of course not, because there were things that needed to happen here, like establishing Kang, establishing the quantum realm more, adding multiversal bits. I know we don't love it, but it needed to happen because this was the introduction to our big bad. It was not like an Infinity War Endgame where it had been building and building and building and building and building, and Thanos is here. We didn't get that. This was the film that solidified him. This was the film that introduced him. And I think they did it well. Honestly, the runtime flew by, for me at least. I was entranced. The first half of the movie is like Star Wars, and I loved it. I just loved exploring the quantum realm. In the second half, you're so entranced by Jonathan Majors and Kang and what's happening between them, and I was in, man. I was in. Now, there was things I didn't love. MODOK was okay. Everyone says you either love or you hate him. I'm in the middle. I liked aspects, didn't love other aspects. I think that some of the comedy doesn't fully land, and that's really kind of more spoiler-driven. I can't get into that without doing spoilers. I'm not going to do spoilers here, but there's some comedy that doesn't really land. There's some heart that doesn't fully land either. And yeah, it's the Marvel machines. It's like you got some of the comedy and you've got some of the stakes that just, they don't feel really real and they don't always fully land. And that's still here, yes. But I think as a package in the vacuum of the movie itself, I think it's solid. There is exposition, yes. Yes, there is. Some of it's important to the story, though, in general, of the confined Ant-Man story. But some of it also, yes, there is a quantum realm spiel of exposition once again, which we've had in multiple projects now. I get it, yes, but not everyone has seen everything. They got to lay the groundwork. You need to have a general audience understand what it is. Did I love it? No, but I didn't think it took away from the movie. Yeah, rest of it's good. I think the visual effects here are actually really solid. There's like maybe one or two things I'm like, yeah, okay, not great. But a lot of it actually was really good. And you can tell that they use the volume here. Like they use in The Mandalorian, like they use in The Batman. You can tell they use the volume here. And I think that's great. I think that technology is so key to making stuff feel more real. So I really give props to the visual effects teams because this was not clunky VFX. I think it actually was pretty good, honestly. And I have critiqued the VFX. You can go back to my Marvel problem video essay. I critiqued the VFX. The helmets actually are believable. They're actually kind of believable. They're not fully, but kind of believable. There's like mechanisms to them. It's not like BS nanotech, even though it probably is. But in general, tying this all in a bow, this was good. Siri almost got me. This was good. Not great, not terrible. Falls in the middle range, has really solid performances. Our villain of Kang is fantastic. The writing, while not perfect and has issues, tells a clear, concise story while also laying some really important groundwork. And in the end, I think technically was solid. I think it's a solid movie. Will everyone love it? No. People will have the gripes. There are things I didn't love, but in the vacuum, there's more good than bad for me. That's what I'll say. If you love the MCU, I think you'll enjoy it. I think it's an important, like my one-word reaction I sent to all my coworkers was important. It's an important movie. There's 2 post-credit scenes. I'm not spoiling them, but there's 2 post-credit scenes. Both are important in their own ways. And we are laying some really interesting groundwork here that I'm very excited to dive into more. Go down below in the comments. Let me know, what did you think of Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know why. I want to hear your thoughts. Let me know. I'm very interested to hear your thoughts. So get down in the comments. Let me know. I gave Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania an 84 out of 100. Middle of the road MCU. A solid film overall with good performances, solid writing overall. I like the direction from Peyton Reed. Didn't really mention him. I think good job for him overall. Some solid VFX and very, very interesting ramifications. The Ant-Man trilogy has always had a tough task. The first two movies were palate cleansers after really, really deep movies. This one had to take on the huge task of setting up a whole new phase in the new big bad. I think they did it very well. Go down in the comments, let me know what you think. Would you like to tell me know why? Follow me on social media if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already. I have a video essay coming. The first one of the year is going to be on this movie and on Kang specifically. That's the project for this weekend. So get ready. It's going to be great. Have a great rest of your day. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Go watch if you haven't already. Let me know your thoughts, and we'll see you in the next video.